Alright guys, so this is level 6 then. We are in Castle Castlevania in England. So this level's pretty gosh darn short. It has some pretty tough parts, but I think we should be able to get through it. And then right after that, it's honestly just like the boss. There's really not too much to this level. So this part, these Medusa heads just fly around, and all you really have to do is just duck. They like never go too low. It took me many, many tries through to realize that. And we got a little bit of mode 7 going on. So this part's a little me right here.
6-2?
6-2 is definitely the toughest part in the game. Not even a question.
Yeah, this looks tricky.
This part's decently difficult. And then the next
thing is that the platforming is already hard, and then they add the pizza heads.
Of course, yeah. That's
wow.
Yeah.
All right. All intentional.
Wow, look at that.
First try.
Perfect.
What can I say?
As this part will also be perfect.
Yeah.
Upside down.
So this part's a little bit weird. It's upside down, and
inverted too.
The controls are inverted.
Not dead. And okay. First try, baby.
Right.
Wow.
I can't believe I did that on the first try. That's amazing. All right, so really at
You
this
are a Castlevania god.
at this point, honestly, oh no, this part's really odd. So you'll notice the first level boss coming up here in a second. Now this becomes kind of like a horror game. Listen to this real quick.
Scary.
And he does come from both directions, so you have to kind of stop and see what's up.
Why is that one candle different?
Because.
All right, and I really think that, yep, this is boss. So we have a series of bosses. None of them too particularly difficult, but let's at least have axe, okay? Ooh! Aww! So Death comes out and gives you this weird tarot card thing where you're supposed to, like, choose a bunch of different stuff. And essentially it's all just fighting different bosses. So that's why I was like, ooh, because I get to do it against Death, but then I was like, well, I'm gonna get hit.
Might as well use it as much as possible.
Oh, well, okay, great.
Dude, you can hit it before it comes down.
So do you have to fight every boss from the game?
Except for the first boss, which is why you see him in the previous level.
So it's kind of like ActRaiser then.
Cool, so I actually did that without having to bring him down like before. So that's kind of neat. Boss number... So these bosses do take less hits than they did the first time, which is nice. I am a little bit worried about boss number 4, aka the mechanical guy, because he just tends to hit you once in a while. It's random, but once in a while you're able to get something from Death, which is kind of like a... Yes, that. Okay, great. Well, I wish I got that right before Death, but I'll still take it. There's 2 of these, which are just hits from Death. And then the 2 other fights. This one looks like the one I was just talking about. Okay. So if I can get through this with, I don't know, minimum damage, that'd be nice.
At least they have way less health this time.
Ah.
God, that
Looks like you might be able to jump over him if you're
these
like perfect.
sounds are so weird.
Yes! Alright, great.
One hit.
And again, that... You just saw 5 minutes ago that boss takes a lot more hits. They make it a little bit easier on you.
I swear it was like 3 times more hits.
Yeah, it seriously might have been. So we got 2 more things. We got 1 more hit from death, and then 1 more boss. Let's do the boss, which is that flying around one, which again, luckily takes less hits,
And
which is nice.
You have the axe, which is nice.
Which is also nice, yes. Okay. Let's not be dumb. Great. All right. So now we fight Death, who I'm not gonna give anything away.
He's agonized. He's like, ow!
Yeah, like literally falling to.
God, it hurts.
Very hard to.
All right. Oop. Dang it.
So is Death the final boss?
No.
No.
He's usually like the second to last boss. Looks like he might have 2 forms.
Nope. He is actually super easy because you have to fight all the bosses
okay.
before it. So that's that Death. When I said earlier I didn't want to give it away, the fact that he's actually kind of easy. So now we have 2 more bosses. We have the lady who brought Dracula back from the dead, and what could it be as the final boss? I don't know.
Literally no idea.
This boss is really, really weird.
It's bad.
I thought
It is literally all timing. There is. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. There's 2 forms. The first form is not very difficult.
Why did she turn into Medusa?
Like I said, the first part is not particularly difficult.
That's a cool noise, though.
You mean that noise?
No,
Oh, you mean the shooting
the
one.
fire one, yeah.
I do really quite like that noise.
At least she does the same thing literally every single
Oh, yeah.
time.
All right, now we got part number 2. I think she only has 2 parts. The next part is super weird. This is like it's just odd for this game and how this game's set up. It's all about timing, and it's honestly pretty annoying. I really hope I get good, and I don't say this like jokingly RNG for this. So you need to hit her all those times before all those things connect in the center. And when I say RNG, because there's some times where you have to like fight more, like it'll be like 6 instead of 4. She only appears on the side that you are not on, which is why I'm kind of like deliberately like waiting a little. So far we're doing pretty decently. Now we're gonna get into the 5s and 6s, I think.
At least it feels like you're actually fighting like a sorceress.
That is true. Here's the bad thing if you let her live through that. All those attacks are unblockable, really dumb attacks. Oh, you can only hit her with the whip. Which is kind of makes sense. All right, we got 1 more.
7?
No, it stops at 6.
Oh.
Great, awesome.
She's going Xbox Fast now. Or Sonic Fast. Not Xbox Speed.
Oh, I guess 1 more. I thought she... Xbox Fast! And we did it. So there's 1 more boss, and it's the Mr. Oh, watch this. This is kind of brutal. Ah! Like, there's just, like, blood splatter, and then she doesn't exist anymore. I guess as a sorceress would. Hey, baby.
Yeah, mind if I smell your dress?
And then you automatically walk to the right. Get ready for it.
Ah, the music.
I do not recognize this song.
What? What is this music? Dude, and the best version of that. This is called Bloody. This is Bloody Tears, right? Like kinda like a version of it. Best version of this. Castlevania 4 near the end. Or in fact, it's even in the very beginning too. Guys, guess. Guess who the boss is gonna be.
I'm gonna go with
Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare is the winner. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on the first try. We'll see. Also, I haven't practiced against him too much. Oh, my bad. That's usually pretty easy.
Get to whip his head.
Yes.
Obviously, he has 2 forms. Because you're doing like a sixth of his life every time.
Oh, he actually gave me a chance still to hit him. Wow. I was too mad about getting hit. Oh, great. Oh well, at least you get to see this boss twice.
Also, you only had like a little bit more than half life, so.
Oh! Lord in heaven. Wow, whatever. You get to see the second form, which I forget what it is, because I remember what the third form is. And before instant death. Right. Okay.
He's death now?
That was dumb. That was dumb.
At least this form is super easy.
Well, let's see if I can do this. Third form is...
I bet he's just like a huge thing.
Yeah. They're pretty...
Aptly named Xbox Huge. Nailed it.
Although, I really doubt I get through this.
I always really found it weird, even with like 20 Castlevania games, that they make like Dracula out to be like this like ultimate demon, stronger than death. It's like weird, because like the original Dracula is just like a vampire.
Do you notice how he's getting bigger every hit?
Spooky. Mode 7. What's this for?
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm so
man.
sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
That's so close.
Oh man. Completely my fault. Okay, well that's whatever. Sorry. That was so dumb of me.
Let me get the second thing.
Wow. That'll make it a little more interesting. Oh, that would have been so cool if I could beat it on less than 1/2 life. That's the hardest one to block. Stop. It's over. It's all over.
Well, as long as you have more than like 1/4 life, you'll be better than last time.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. Yeah, I always think this form is like a little odd. It's like, I'm death. Like, okay. All right.
Half-Life.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Half-Life, third form, confirmed.
By the way, Mode 7.
I do not like how it takes one each time.
He's the final boss, dude. Fire time. Time to heat things up.
Whoa!
You can't hit him too fast or else you don't have room to like run away and jump.
Bone time.
Oh wow, it's so slow. Yes!
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and
You had a lot of bones
Scary.
there.
he had a lot of bones that he was throwing at me and living his life and whew! Well, that was Castlevania Bloodlines.
I like the white border.
I do I never noticed that. The border is completely
I thought it was gonna do like.
Dracula is dead. Literally, God has prevailed. He is literally Satan.
I thought it was gonna do something like Symphony of Night, where it's like a photo and it would like fade out or something.
And then give me that life back. So here's the deal. We're going to see the ending, which you will never believe what's about to happen. In that, you stand on a ledge watching Dracula's castle fall.
From above the clouds.
Just, that's a little bit different, but like almost everyone's just like that. The resurrection of Dracula has been averted. I will say that whenever I do Castlevania games for like LPs and stuff like that,
That was it.
I get yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say just a couple things about this real quick, then we'll go. And whenever I do, I think Trevor can tell you too. Whenever you do like classic games for LPs, you're like, what can go wrong? Luckily, nothing went wrong. Isn't that crazy? How everything went super smooth.
Yeah, 6-1 through 3 went
6-1 through 3 was great. So, Castlevania Bloodlines. If we're talking the classic Castlevanias, gotta be top 3. Castlevania 4, I don't think you can possibly say it's not best. Maybe you're looking at Rondo of Blood, maybe you're looking at Castlevania 3, maybe you're looking at Bloodlines. At that point, 2, 3, 4, and whatever is, kind of is what it is.
Yeah, it's super sad because I think Castlevania 3 has the best soundtrack and graphics of all of them, but it's the least fun to play.
Castlevania 3 is... man, I don't even want to do it as an LP. Because
I'm never gonna
the
do it.
entire time I would just be like, oh, I'm going to die.
It's
constantly.
so hard.
It's so hard. The music is incredible. For a Nintendo game, the graphics are incredible. It came out not even that late in the NES's life, 1990. Castlevania 1, 85, Castlevania 2, 88, and then 390. It's not even that late in its life, and it looks amazing. It's just no fun. So
Interestingly, Castlevania 3 had such a weird soundtrack that for the Famicom it had like a special sound chip compared to most games.
It's so crazy. Castlevania 3's soundtrack is so medieval and amazing.
I think Ben knows
just
that.
just kind of like this one. But yeah, like overall, I give this game a solid like 8, 8.5, 9. It's kind of short, but honestly, considering the amount of lives they give you and what they throw that your way, it's really good. Having 2 characters is something that was, besides Castlevania 3, where you have sub-characters, something that you just never had before. Trevor was definitely correct about the enemy design is so like rockin'. It's just like there were enemies that you only saw in one level, and it was like made perfect. I also think that this game did lead the way to stuff like Symphony of the Night and stuff like that. A lot of the enemies you saw, a lot of the decor that you see in the castle and all that. I think that, the other producers who made Symphony of the Night kind of, took a little bit off of this. Besides that, like I said, really, really good. If Castlevania 4 is a solid 9.5 out of 10, this is an 8.5 out of 10. Copyright 1994. Thank you, Ryan, once again. And
Thank you.
Sega Day is over.
Try expert mode.
For a while.
Please try expert.
Thank goodness. And no, I'm not going to try expert mode. And the reason why, I'll tell you guys really quick, because I went through the entire game on expert mode the other day, and I got to the boss where you fight that girl near the very end, and that part where she goes across the screens. I actually messaged Sharper saying this. They literally do not give you enough time. If you do it perfectly, you still don't have enough time. Because the things in the middle spin towards each other so fast that even if you are right on the edge, hit her right at the second you can, it still doesn't give you enough time. So I went through the entire damn game and couldn't do that because expert mode is literally broken on that.
Her name is Elizabeth
In my
Bartley.
opinion. Well, she gone now. Thank you guys, peace.
No, she's dead.
She also doesn't have human skin.
She does not have human skin and she's so dead. Guys, oh yeah, yellow hair. More like blue hair.
Yeah, that's weird.
Guys, who would you be? Would you be John or Eric?
Probably Eric.
Yeah.
Morph into one.
Oh.
Man, that ending was so weird. The end.
It has been averted.
Great. Awesome. Bye.
Yeah, that ending was awful.
I'm bye.